So I'll start at the top. So I've got a couple of herbs down here, two types of mint. I don't know what type they are. I think also one of them is lemon. I've got some rosemary and also some thyme down here. I've just chopped it back for the winter. It's starting to encroach on the path a little bit. I've also topped the raspberries out. I've also got some red currants growing on the left here, and also one or two white. See, I've got a problem with bindweed, which is really bad on this site, and it's nearly impossible to get rid of, because if you leave half an inch of the stuff in the ground, it just keeps on coming back. I've also got lots of raspberry bushes all the way down the left hand side here. Still a few left on which could be pulled. There's a handful, yeah. Try and put straw along the bottom to stop the weeds from coming up, but as you can see, the mare's tail still carries on coming through. Foxglove here, which I've left in for some seed. This was where the peas were, they've come to an end. I didn't sow a second crop which was going to go here, so I've just had one big main crop. This is a Dahlia nursery, stuff I've put back for pot tubers, and if you can see, I'll lift one out. You can see the pots on the bottom. So we've got a big plant. See the size of it. Big plant. Always keep the labels in the bottom. That one is Deborah's kiwi. I don't know if you can see that. It's too close. Deborah's kiwi anyway. So that gets chopped back in the winter and then put away for storage till the spring, and then they sprout away a lot easier. This here is my Dahlia patch. I've got about 70 Dahlias in. I did sort of have some vandalism on the plot where somebody sprayed a lot of weed killer, and obviously this is what damage it caused. Slashed me potty tunnel. I've done a bit of patch repair, which is quite tidy and seems to be doing the trick at the moment. If it lasts another month or so, the cover will be coming off and then it'll be transferred onto the top of the Dahlias, and create a cover for the medium Dahlias and large and giants, just to keep the rain off for the show months. I've got plenty colour in, some nice long stems starting to push through there. I really like these. Some ruskin. A few more just starting to bud up. These are the pom-pom Dahlias. These are, I'm not sure what they are, I don't remember. These are Minley Carroll. Plenty more buds. The first show is next, well, not next Monday, but bank holiday Monday, so next weekend. Starting to get some nice bit colour on. We've got the second tie in. Could do with a third tie. This is a large bud saw off Ramsden. It's got a huge bud on the top of it. There's a couple more popping through there. See what comes of them. It's the first year growing Dahlias properly, so fingers crossed I get some decent ones. This is me sweet corn. Just make sure you do the males on the top here, and it drops down and pollinates the sweet corns. This is nearly ready. It's starting to die back. When they die back, you can tell already. You can peel them back a little bit, and if they've got a little bit of milk in them, they should be okay to eat. some lettuce. I bought some seeds in the iceberg on the packet, but when I've actually sown them, they look like little gem. And my wife doesn't like little gems, so they've stayed in the ground and they're getting fed to the chickens every couple of days. So that's them. Here's my spuds. As you can see, there's a bit of bare ground there. I've had most of the spuds out and put them away for storage for the winter. I've left a couple in, and also, as you can see, I grow them in pots. The reason being is I don't like pulling tiny little potatoes out, because if you leave any little bits in like that, they tend to grow back next year, which is a nightmare. These ones here are 2 pots. I've also got another one in my polytunnel, which are going to be Christmas spuds. I'm going to have a go grow some Christmas spuds. So when the weather starts to turn for the worst, I'm going to move them into the greenhouse, and it'll get some heat on when I put my leeks in there. Probably from October, from the first frost. So see how they go. Here's my sprouts. It's net. Starting to get a little bit of nip from the caterpillars. I've had success with broccoli this year. It's the first time I've had any success with it. As you can see, it's looking alright. That's a little bit past it, but probably still edible. If you let it go too far like this one, then it sends a signal to the plant, just telling it to run to seed. So then this plant's probably had its day and it's ready to pull up. A few more Dahlias here, just starting to get a little touch of colour on. Nice bit of colour. This is a leek I'm putting back to seed. It's from one of my pot leeks, we'll see in a minute. Let's rerun my polytunnel. All you do is chop the roots off when it's finished, chop the top off, and then it'll start to grow back through. In the spring it'll spring back into life again, and then May, June, July it'll put a seed head up, and then you can get some grass off it. I'll tell you about that there. This bit here is for some winter crop. I'm going to have a grow of some winter cabbage and some winter kale, cauliflowers, a few more cabbages, a few bit of death from caterpillars as I didn't cover them. Too late with work. Kale's doing good as per usual. Growing a different variety this year, seems to be just as good. This is a giant cabbage. I did have another one in there, but I had it for Sunday, didn't on the day. So this is a giant cabbage I've got there. It's atrocious, didn't cover it. Bit of a waste really. And these are me carrots. Carrots in boxes. Grown in sand or hold. As you can see in here, there's a carrot. This is the top. Nice big carrot underneath there. Probably too big. It's going to be huge. I've had a couple already and they're about a foot long. Very nice stump on them. Do another one. See them again, nice and uniform. They grow straight down the walls. No problems at all. Never had any problems. It's watered every few days. These are the long ones. As you can see, the box is 4 foot high. That one's, well, 3.5 to 4 foot. That one's 2 foot. This box also goes another extra foot into the ground. I had a bit of a problem at the start of the year where it didn't sow very well if I could get in. You can see the top of this carrot. Should be huge, but you never know what's underneath them. Parsnips, I've had to do a bit of a pot repair because it was starting to subside at the bottom. Yeah, doing really well. I've had a couple out already. Look like a mouse is eating one of them. They're doing spot on, as you'd expect. Gladiolus, the variety, is absolutely huge. If I start them, huge. Nice big sunflower. It's actually meant to be a giant headed sunflower, but no head yet. We'll rise on it. Another polytunnel. So these are my leeks, these are my babies. I've had 9 in. I've pulled one already because I'd oversprayed it with insecticide, and the insecticide had ran down into the flags, down into here, down there, right down there, and then burnt the inside of the leek and then rotted from the inside out. This is what they're averaging. So that's in there. Nice size. Probably get 2 hands on them still, but they're doing alright. About 18 inches around. Buttons are quite low on them though, so might take a bit of stripping back. But we'll see when I pull up. These are winter spuds. Nice big set of leaves, we'll probably have to tie them in. And this is a big onion. It's huge. 24 inches around now. It still looks like it's grown a little bit. But to tie it in. Tie it up as the top seems to be going over. Same with that one. It's quite bulbous, that's quite small. Looks like it's actually starting to split. No, it's not. It's alright. Carrots in tubs. And the little council tubs that they don't use anymore. And some nice little carrots in. Also carrots in the polytunnel. I think I'm going to try a couple more next year because they're doing really well in here. Had one of them out, as you can see. It seemed like it was starting to go yellow at the top, so I pulled it out. Right, this leek looks like it is running to seed. Neck stretching right up, and also the curling over at the ends. One of the flags, I don't know what that is, somebody might know. If you can put it in the comments below. These are Cumbrian. These are doing really well as well. Nice size, very low though, which is a little bit of a concern. Covered in thrip. I've a really bad problem with thrip ever since I've had them in the greenhouse. But lesson learned though for next year. Try some new. These are Yorkshire Giants. These are Cumbrians. Have a look outside. Another giant headed sunflower. Not so giant. I'm in the process of moving this greenhouse. Well, that one's going to Journey, and I've got a nice big new one. All that stuff in there needs to come into there, and I need to get rid of this one. That's pretty normal. You'd expect the tomatoes are doing okay. I don't grow very many tomatoes because not many people in the house eat them. This is where I grow my short onions, which were absolutely diabolical because I stupidly thought mine were doing really poor in the under the grow lights, so I bought some in, chucked mine out, bought some in, and totally regretted it ever since. When they come in the post, they were absolutely atrocious. They were tiny. Mine would have probably been 5, 6, 7 times the size of them. But another lesson learned: don't buy crap. I'll open it up so you can have a look. Get it into one hand. So this is the inside. Growing 12 in there. See, they're absolutely diabolical. Pulled one up, covered in rot, or someone's had a go. Oh, there's a big slug on that one. It's a reject anyway. Took it out in case that slug gets inside. Yeah, slugs are all over that. So another one bites the dust. This is my strawberry patch. Lots of beautiful strawberries out here. Nice big cover over the top, so the blackbirds don't eat them. My daughter plays down this bit, needs a good tidy up. Picnic table, sitting out there with barbecue and some sandwiches or whatever. Plenty of kids' toys. More in that little box there. And my fruit trees. This one here is doing fantastic. Pretty big apples. be long before they're ready. I could have done with tying it up actually. It's starting to sag over with the weight of it. This one here I bought from Wilson's, I think, for $5.99. It's actually got fruit on it, its first year. 2, but a nice size. I think that's a cherry tree and that's a plum tree. There's some nice little pears on here, doing spot on, but it's very small. It's a very small tree. It stayed like after about 4 years, so see how it does next year. Gave this one to the neighbour who knew I might have it back and swap her. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, rhubarb, do it canny. Just the usual. Lots of holes in it. Got loads of bother with the pest this year. Plenty of rhubarb in there. Right, I'm off to work. See you later.